It's Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. Going to do a trade review here. Right up there on the screen, Bank of America. This is I haven't done one all week. And basically the last 2 weeks have been just like this, where I've just kind of scratched out a couple winning trades. And this one is no different. I didn't take a trade. I actually did take a trade early in the day, and it was no good. I took a small share size. I'll show that real quick, actually. That was AMD. This one did not work out for me. You can see I was in and out right here on the 5-minute chart. Blow that up a little. I thought once it broke VWAP, it was going to go for a run, and it did not do that. And that was, I didn't take anything for the first half hour. I didn't take anything for the first hour. This was at 10:40. I basically took this trade and was out of it within a minute. On the 1-minute chart, you could see what was happening here. I saw I don't know if you can call this head and shoulders. On 1-minute charts, they basically are almost meaningless when you try and put those patterns to practice here. But you could tell here it was meeting resistance here, and then it started working back up. It broke the 200 moving average on the 1 minute, and then you could see it broke VWAP. And once it broke VWAP, this was a fake out. I just should have known better. But I just got caught up in it, and I think part of the problem was I hadn't taken a trade in over an hour, so I wanted to get in on something. So I got in at 47.15 because it was breaking a whole number and it had broken VWAP. So that was kind of got me really interested because I figured it would hold at least one of those levels. And what happened is immediately it dropped, and I backed out of it really quick, right at 47 for a small loss. It was unfortunate, but this is just a bad trade because you can see it was already, I don't want to say extended, but it was already had a run at this point where it broke. See this level right here, this little channel. Once it broke that was probably the play. Getting in right around here, 46.60. You could have ridden it up to about 47.16. So that probably was the way to go, and I didn't catch it then. And then I thought, well, now it's broke VWAP and it's above a whole number, I'll get in, and it turned out bad. And you can see it kind of just went back and forth for a while and then dropped. It's a weird one today. VWAP is not moving like with the SPY. The SPY's having a tremendous bounce. It had a good run to start the day, then it sold off around 9:45, and it just started just dropping. And then at 10 o'clock or 10:15, it bounced and it's been blown up. So things are looking good for the SPY right now. It shot up, and that's why I took advantage of the trade I did, which was Bank of America. That was on my pre-market watch list because it was moving in the pre-market. It's a good one to watch as a proxy for basically the financials in general, because if something happens that looks good for the economy, Bank of America will probably do well, unless it's something like the Fed says it's going to cut rates or something like that, and usually that's bad for banks. So you can see why I got in. On the 1-minute chart, it was basically fooling around with VWAP and the 200 moving average, which were crossing at this point. So the VWAP started to cross above the 200 moving average, which was moving down. But you could see it held it for a while. You can see a couple indecision dojis. I'll blow this up. A couple indecision dojis here touching down on VWAP, and that made me interested. I got in right when it started to break over this little level here, which was around 21.29. I got in exactly at 21.29 because it had broke up to 231. So I set my stop at basically below VWAP at 29, basically around 29.6 or 21.16. So I got in 21.29. Got nervous because you could see I had this drop here. Came kind of close to where I was might have gotten out. See, a lot of people add in here. I'm not good at adding in. I don't know how that works. I usually get in once and then I can scale out, but I won't add in, and I'm just not comfortable with it. I feel like I might just be adding into a loss. But if you're good at it, you could have gotten a few more shares at a lower price here and averaged down a little, because then look what happened. Boom, shot up. So I got some out here at 21.41 for a 12-cent gain, and then I scaled out right around my target at 21.53. That was my 2R was around 21.53. Should have held on to a few more shares because it went all the way up to 21.76. But I was just scratching after the AMD loss. I just wanted to make sure I was green, so I just got everything out at my second target. This was just a few. This was less than like a quarter or a third of my shares, and then this was the remaining about 2/3 at 21.53. So about a 20, what I get at 29. So yeah, 24-cent gain on the remaining shares. 12-cent gain, 24-cent gain. That was it. I'm finding the market kind of tough to trade, even with the market being positive now. it's hard to find those really good movers because so much is tied to the SPY, and so much is tied to the whim of the overall market sentiment. Whereas those alpha predator stocks are just hard to find right now. So, but that was it. Bank of America. I traded AMD, didn't do well, and then traded Bank of America and made up for it and stayed green for the day. So I might trade again. It's 1 o'clock. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the day, but I will probably only trade if something looks extremely, extremely good. So that's it. Hopefully be back with another trade review tomorrow.